And we're live. I think.
Are we live?
Are we live? That's always going to be fun. Never gets old for me.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and I just got to dive into building because we have a bit of a actual stopping time today because we're going to see that little Batman movie.
The Batman. Justice.
Justice.
Yeah, we're going to go see the Batman tonight. We originally were going to see it on Saturday, and then our plans kind of changed a little bit, and now we're seeing it tonight. Yay! So, I've heard good things. 3 hours?
It's long.
3 hours. Guys, can we stop with the 3 hour long movies? I'm sure it's great, and I'm sure it won't feel like 3 hours. But come on.
It is very long. I agree.
We almost got a showing that was at 10:45 at night, and then he reminded me that it was 3 hours, and I was like, oh, maybe not. That would put us out at like around 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, hard pass on that one. But anyways, what's up, everyone? Who is our lovely patron stream sponsor for today?
Jeffrey Hale is our Jedi Master stream sponsor. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Awesome. Thank you, Jeffrey Hale. Yeah, how's everyone doing? I see a couple people talking about Batman. I know there's some people that have seen it already. I need to ask Jake, but they saw it like on Tuesday. Do people just get to go see things earlier in LA?
Maybe they had special screenings or something.
LA, but California, yeah. But our friend Patrick, was it Patrick that was saying it was really good?
Willems, has he seen it?
I think so, yeah.
I'll just ask him.
So yeah, excited to see that one. I wasn't sure I was going to be ready for another Batman movie, but I think this one looks like gritty and kind of dark enough to be right up my alley. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's been a little bit like Whiplash with all the castings of Batman, just because like we just got Batfleck, and I think he's gonna be in the Flash movie still, where it's like it's weird to have two simultaneous Batmans basically. Mm-hmm. But it's cool. I'm ready.
It's cool. Yeah, I'm ready. Also, real quick, I wanted to point out that we have a link for it down in the description, I think. Did you change the link?
I changed it.
Okay. So we teamed up with a bunch of other Star Wars content creators online to form the Amidala Initiative, which is a great name. And they put together a GoFundMe so that we can help raise funds for Equality Texas, because the stuff going on right now in Texas for trans youth and their families is pretty messed up. So follow the link in the description to read more about that, but we are collecting donations for them, so check that out if you are interested and want to donate. There also is a link to help Ukraine down there, I think. Is that link still there?
Yep.
So links for all that are going to be in the description. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening in the world right now still. We talked about it last week, but stuff is still going on. And, we like to keep it light, keep it airy on these streams. So as to offer you guys a nice escape from, whatever's going on in the world or in life. But yeah, want to make sure I put that out there. And there's a lot of cool stuff going on with the Amidala Initiative too. Some creators are putting together some fun stuff for that. So keep an eye out. Follow them on Twitter. That's where you'll be able to see all the updates for that stuff. And yeah. Stuart says, nice shirt, Molly, thank you. I'm wearing my Baby Yoda Read shirt. It says read, and then much smaller it says, this is the way. And you can't see, but he's got a little book. What do you think he's reading? What's on his summer reading list?
Everybody Poops.
Okay. Everybody evacuates. Oh yeah, the Book of Boba Fett. That would make sense.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, let's get to our first super chat of the night here. This one's from J Bell. Thank you. Do either of you have any tips for effectively studying for Star Wars trivia? Did you try any strategies that didn't work? Well, both of us have been pretty garbage at winning trivia matches. You beat
Garbage.
me, but it was barely. Studying.
Neither of us have the belt, so we're not the people to ask.
Just watch the movies, listen very closely to all of the dialogue, and basically just memorize everything always.
I mean, having a YouTube channel certainly helps, just because, I wouldn't say that I study for Dragon Con in the sense that I'm going to sit down and look over notes or anything, but just by reading a book, writing about a book, then recording a voiceover of that script, and then listening to it to edit it. Mm-hmm. I go over the same information so many times that it just really gets into my head. Mm-hmm. So I guess it's just repetition, but even that's not enough to win the belt these days.
Yeah. Hobbit F. Andy says, watching with subtitles helps. That is a very good tip. Always watch them with subtitles. I was also going to say, anyone who has a speaking line, find out what their name is.
Is the stream up on your computer again?
Maybe.
I heard someone talking.
Oops. I've been doing that lately. Oops. Oh well. What else? Studying tips. I mean, you could make flashcards. Those haven't really worked for me, despite trying. That could count as a strategy that didn't work.
What?
Flashcards.
I know Marie uses flashcards, and she won Dragon Con trivia this year.
Oh yeah, it works for some people. I feel like there's just too much to write it all out. We just keep a big Google spreadsheet of trivia.
I should say Marie won 2 years in a row, so it works for her.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, maybe we aren't the best people to ask for this anymore. But those are some tips, but honestly, you just gotta watch the movies with subtitles and make sure you know a lot of the lines, and study the IMDb page, figure out if there are any cameo people. If there's any cameos from sort of other famous people in Star Wars, there's a good chance that those will be asked about. I don't know if you're studying for Schmodown stuff or something else, so it can be different studying for different stuff, but I hope that helps. Paxton Routledge, I hope I said that correctly. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Thank you for the very generous donation and super chat. Hello, I hope you guys received my package I sent. I want to say again that I greatly appreciate what you two do. Here's some funds that will hopefully cover your movie tickets. My question is, have you two ever read the works of Joseph Campbell? What did we get their package?
I think so. I think I actually have it over here.
Okay, because we did get a package. Alex is using it to store other stuff.
This box was, I think, from someone else, and then I just... Oh no, this was Paxton's box. So, yeah. I made a trip to the P.O. box just the other day. So, yes, we got it. Paxton, thank you. Along with the very nice note.
Yes.
Always fun to get a handwritten note.
Yeah.
But I believe...
You didn't tell me there was a note. I gotta read the note.
I told you everything.
Always
I want
good
to
to
make
have
sure
a
I'm
box.
crediting Paxton with the right stuff, but sent along some cool X-Wing art.
Ooh.
Because I put a bunch of stuff in the same box.
That is cool.
This Boba Fett pin and Anakin's pod racer.
I thought that was a Y-Wing for a second. Ooh, the pin is cool. It's like holographic. I love a good pin. I can't wait to like go to Celebration and put all of our pins on
On
something.
the lanyards.
Yeah.
This
Ooh.
TIE Interceptor, which I had this growing. I still have it. But yeah, this TIE Interceptor, the little... Was it Micro Machines that... They made like the life-size versions where you can open up the cockpit and put little Micro Machine people in there.
Ooh. Cool. Very neat. Thank you so much. And thank you for your super chat. It will definitely cover the cost of our movie tickets, so greatly appreciated.
I'm trying to quickly read back through your note and make sure I get everything because there's another care package in here, but we were sent... Oh, where'd it go? Oh, here we go. This very adorable little big sticker that I need to put on something.
Oh, it's so cute.
He's very cute.
Was this from his box?
Well, I put several shipments from the UPS.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I gotta show everyone this sticker.
Oh, this one is from Brian. Brian sent the big sticker.
Okay. Focus. There we go. Look at him. He's so cute. I love it. Yeah, love getting care packages. That's always a good time. Oh, so have we ever read the works of Joseph Campbell?
Oh, right.
What? I think...
Yes, I have. I've read The Hero with 1,000 Faces.
That's okay. I was
But
like...
he's written more.
I was like, that's a name that I sort of recognize, but don't remember.
He's the guy that wrote, like, The Hero's Journey and all
Journey. So, yeah, I have not. You have.
that. Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
It's a very academic read. Kind of dry. It took me a while to get through. And also, it's very heavy, the way that he walks through it all, but definitely interesting. I should do a video or something about it, just because that was the plan. I read that book to do videos, and I never did anything with it. But it's still a good book for a Star Wars / mythology fan to read.
Yeah. Oh, Paxton said the art and pen were from Tucson Comic-Con 2019. Nice. What's up next? Oh, okay. We saw this one coming. The next super chat is from Jane. Thank you, Jane. Can we name all of the Jedi survivors from the Geonosis arena right before Yoda arrives? Hint, they are 17. So this might be another reoccurring
Yeah, it sounds like it.
trivia question. We got this one last week, and we're kind of garbage at it.
And are going to remain that way. Because I'm like, I feel like I'm going to name fewer. Mace Windu.
Okay.
Obi-Wan Anakin. Kiadi Mundi. feel like Sora Bulk, that might be one that I didn't name last week.
Mm-hmm.
Luminara Unduli? Shakti. Kit Fisto. I'm running out. Molly, I named half of them.
I'm reading them in the chat right now.
Oh, well, that's not fair.
Someone's got to make sure
You're not
know
helping.
your business.
You're not helping.
It's
your business, too.
I definitely didn't know. Who else did we not say? Sora Bulk is one of them.
Most of them. Oh, Agent Kolar?
Are they one of them? I don't know if Agent Kolar was. Sacy Teen was.
Oh, yeah. I always forget about Sacy.
Gyarados gone. Did you say Kiarimundi, Plo Koon?
Yes. Oh, I didn't say Plo Koon.
Plo Koon, Ayla Secura.
Didn't say her.
Roth Del Masona?
Don't remember who that is.
Mason. Oh, Joe Clad Donva. Oh yeah, Agent Kolar is one.
Okay.
Stas Ali. Luminara. Boltar Swan.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That is a name I
let me
remember
read
at
them
least.
from her message in the chat from the top. Mace Windu, Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan, Joe Clad Danva, Agent Kolar, Luminara, Stas Ali, Boltar Swan, Shakti, Rothdel Masona, Sora Bulk, Sacy Teen, Gyarados Gone, Kit Fisto, Kiarimundi, Plo Koon, Ayla Secura.
All right, well, there's some I definitely should have known, like Ayla and Plo Koon. Boltar Swan, I think, is one that I'll be able to remember next time.
That's just a fun name to say. But yeah, this will... Now that we've gotten it 2 times, maybe next week...
Next time, all 17, easy.
All of them. Easy peasy. And John Thrower with the next super chat here. Thank you. What do you think of the new Luke Lego helmet? What do we think of it?
This one? I wish it were a Biggs helmet, but I'm still excited to make it.
Well, we got 2
Yeah.
of these. We got all 3 of the new Lego helmet series, and we got 2 Lukes
Mando.
so that Alex can try and make one of them a Biggs helmet.
Scout on Twitter makes lots of brickheads and custom Star Wars stuff, so I've asked for their help to modify this into a Biggs version. We'll see
That's
how
gonna
it
be
comes out.
tough because these things up here on this one are just like whole pieces.
Right. Scout
So-
seemed confident. I believe.
Maybe we could get that whole piece, but like build on top of it and do the checkered board.
I mean, I think that's like a sticker, so
Oh, okay.
I believe.
The Dark Trooper looks pretty dope, though.
I'm surprised they did a Dark Trooper.
I
but-
am too. It's pretty cool, though. They're all cool.
Yeah, I really like the helmet series.
Yeah. Tara Bibe said, just cheat and paint the helmet to look like Biggs. That's kind of the plan. Probably no paint.
I think we're going to use bricks. I don't know. Whatever Scout tells me to do, I will do it.
Dan Ben says, Dark Trooper's head isn't really a helmet. That's true.
Yeah.
It's not really a helmet. There's no head in there. Babbles the Clown, thank you so much for your super chat. Hi, folk. Happy to be back live with you once again. Actually building a Black Widow set along with you today. Thanks for the positive little internet space. Thanks. Ooh, a Black Widow set. That's cool.
I don't know what they made for Black Widow.
I don't either. Did they make like a helicopter scene set? That would be cool if they did. Yeah, let us know in the chat what kind of set it is. I really loved that movie.
I liked it.
I wish I obviously could have seen it in the theater and wish that it had gotten more money, but I really like her as a character, and for that to be our first piece of content that we got her sister in. What's her character's name?
Black Widow? I'm trying to remember her actual name.
Florence, I never know how to say her last name.
Is it not just Pugh?
Florence Pugh, yeah. She is a gift to all of mankind.
She is great. Like,
hilarious and amazing.
I really liked her in Hawkeye as well.
Yeah.
Elena? Is that her name?
Yeah, Yelena. That's it. And I loved her in Hawkeye too. It was super cool.
I like her with Kate Bishop. Their interactions were a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, they said I basically nailed it.
Nailed
Lego, hire me to think of future sets.
What was the helicopter scene?
The one where she does the superhero landing after they have a whole chat about it.
Like on the prison?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
I know what you're talking about.
Something like that. Greg Dillon 117, thank you so much for your super chat. What is your favorite franchises outside of Star Wars?
I mean, the MCU is a lot of fun. I think. I mean, Indiana Jones is probably my top one, but doesn't get nearly as much attention. So, Lord of the Rings is up there, which is about to get more attention.
Yeah.
Did I do that wrong? Oops.
Uh-oh.
Whoops. Yep.
Messing up already.
Yeah, I just did it wrong 4 times too.
What are mine? Definitely the MCU. Battlestar Galactica and Buffy are probably my other 2 big ones. I also like Lord of the Rings a lot. I'm really excited for the new show. We've been meaning to do a rewatch because we've got the Lord of the Rings trilogy on 4K and we really haven't gotten to watch them. We watched like one scene.
I watched the Ride of the Rohirrim, and that's it. Like, I need to watch all of it, but that one scene looks amazing.
Yeah. Someone in the chat said The Expanse. You got really into The Expanse. I like it. I just didn't watch all of it with him. Except, like, I watched, like, a lot of the last 2 seasons just kind of, like, offhand, but it was cool from what I saw.
I think Star Wars fans that want Star Wars to be R-rated should just watch The Expanse. Like,
yeah.
That, I think it would scratch that itch that they have. Where it's like, it's far more science fiction than space fantasy, but there's still some fantastic elements to it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Sailor Moon. Not as much these days, but I was a big Sailor Moon nerd growing up. Me and all my friends were. What other franchises? Oh, Twilight. Can't forget Twilight.
Not for me.
Those are the big ones. J Bell, thanks for another super chat. What's your best devil's advocate argument in favor of the no attachments Jedi can't have loved ones rule?
In favor of it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess it worked out for them for a while. I get, like, let's say that the High Republic...
In favor of the rule itself?
Yeah.
Not a... No.
I guess if you say that the High Republic is a shifting point, which is what I assume they're going for, where they like go from they can have attachments, but just be careful, to more the prequel era, like no attachments, it's too dangerous. Like they still lasted for 200 years.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of it, but if I had to play devil's advocate and try and see some of the pros versus the cons of having that as a rule, I guess, I don't know, like you wouldn't get as upset if like your Padawan died, like Luminara. That one episode with Barriss and Ahsoka, and like they get trapped, and Luminara is over here like, well, if we've lost them and they're gone, they're gone.
She's like Ivan Drago. If she dies, she dies. Like, okay, Luminara.
It's kind of dark, but I guess that would be a plus.
Yeah, but it's such a sad way to live.
Oh yeah, it is. That's why it's hard for me to like say what's good about it. The
core of just like, don't let your attachments become possessions, like that's good. I'm on board with that. But the Jedi just let themselves get out of balance in that, and they went too far in that direction.
Mm-hmm. Unreal Punk in the chat had a good comment. They failed to follow the ideal of non-attachment by attaching themselves to a dogmatic rule of non-attachment.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful, but yes, I like that.
Ow.
And Nathan M117 in the chat said, I think the argument should be that no attachments should be the ideal, but if you falter, it's okay as long as you don't become too attached like Anakin. Yeah. Anakin was like miles above attachment. He was just like possessive.
Right.
And obsessive.
That's the danger of like, don't let your attachments become possessions where like that's all you care about and you can't let it go.
Mm-hmm.
But then they were so afraid of that happening that they were like, you know what, it's better to just go the complete opposite direction, which was also, I don't know, not good for a group of people who were supposed to care about the galaxy and its people.
Jari Carlin in the chat said, so are the Sith able to get married?
I assume so, if they wanted to. I mean, I don't think that they would. That seems like just something that...
That's like taking the rule of two in a weird direction.
Well, even if it weren't like, they weren't getting married to their apprentices or anything, but...
Yeah.
I could see...
I don't think any Sith are going to be promising their love to anyone anytime soon, and their loyalty.
I mean, the Sith are supposed to be the ultimate illustration of selfishness. I mean, selfish people get married all the time, but like if that's what they're supposed to be the height of, I don't see them sharing their life with anyone in that kind of way.
Yeah.
So could they? I suppose so. Would they? Probably not.
Were there instances of Sith that were like in relationships in Legends?
Probably. I mean, what's his name? I'm like not super well versed in the Old Republic MMO, but I mean Valkorion had sons. So Vitiate, whatever his name was at that time. So it's definitely possible. I'm not sure if maybe he did have a wife or something. That wouldn't really surprise me. You know, that's my biggest blind spot in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember, like, the Darth Bane trilogy, Bane had, I don't know if I'd call her a love interest, but there was like a flirtation there, but even they were like betraying each other before too long.
Mm-hmm. Have fun, Rain Man. Let's go to see the new Batman. Will L, thanks for the next super chat here. Do you think there'll be another big publishing initiative after the High Republic ends? What do you think it would be? That's a good question. Like, are they gonna do something as big as the High Republic after all of that is like said and done?
I hope so. I hope that becomes like the new gold standard.
I kind of do too, because like the way they've planned everything out, they've given us a pretty clear outline. It's kind of like Marvel. Like, they've given us an outline of like phase 1, 2, and 3. Each phase is going to have different waves. It's like they have planned out kind of a release schedule, and they've planned out an entire story before getting into it and like writing it. They've planned it out. So yeah, I hope they keep that method going forward, but I don't know. They could just like pick a different era. They could go to Old Republic. They could go way into the future and call it some other crazy name involving republics.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they've already got something planned and just not announced, so that they'll be ready to go when the High Republic is over, and it's like, all right, we have 5 more authors who've been working on their own story, and again, like, we just gave them a blank slate. Like, do whatever you want. You want to make something new? Great. You want to do the Old Republic? Fine. Like, you get to tell a story, and then, like the High Republic has been doing, we'll continue to explore it in other ways. Mm-hmm. I think that's great.
Especially because from like a executive standpoint, all of the adult novels were on like a bestseller list. Like, they all performed really well.
Light of the Jedi was on New York Times bestseller for weeks, I think. Rising Storm was on there. And, like, Light of the Jedi hit number 1, which is a rarity for Star Wars books, period. Mm-hmm. And it's, like, kind of it's not as big of a risk as a movie, where it's like, okay, we're going to go all in on this new era in a movie. No, we're going to do it in books, and if people respond to it, then we'll do a movie or a TV show or both or whatever.
Mm-hmm. You got to get people really interested first, get the hook in there, and then go from there. Speaking of the High Republic, JP has the next super chat here. Thank you, JP. Hi, I recently got into the High Republic, and I love the positivity you guys have for the era. Who are you guys' favorite characters from the era? Well, my favorite character, I think, originally was Vernestra Rowe, but after reading Midnight Horizon, honestly, like, I think Ram is one of my favorite characters of everyone.
He is a treasure.
He's so adorable.
I like Ram. Man, I think I could just go on naming just about everybody. Elzar, Keeve, Ram, I love. Wreath kind of was just there for me until Midnight Horizon as well. Seeing Wreath and Ram together was huge. And Wreath kind of being the main focus of all of the YA books, the one presence in all 3 of those. I really liked him and the way his story wound up in Midnight Horizon. Mm-hmm. Bell is great. Loden is great. Buryaga is great. Ember, the Charhound, is great. Mm-hmm. Oh, Porter Engle. Porter was...
He's not in it as much, but we're getting more of his stuff.
Yes.
Eventually.
Porter hasn't been around as much, but I think that's part of... He's like the Boba Fett of the era, where you keep hearing things about this guy, mm-hmm. and you're like, yeah, tell me more.
Geode,
I love Geode.
Is a treasure. So I was late to the Geode train. by a little bit because I never read Into the Dark. So I didn't like get that first introduction to him. But he was in Fallen Star quite a bit, and it's so good. It's so funny. The hype is real behind this Rock character, and like getting to see what other characters think of him, whether they can understand him, quote unquote, or not, is hilarious.
It's such a dumb joke.
Elzar's
and
first
it works
encounter.
every time.
It does. Like they don't overdo it. It's like sprinkled throughout the book. These little like jokes having to do with Geode. They're so good. A big one. Markion, or Marchion, however you want to say it. Markion. He's such a cool character, and like there's so much like mystery behind him, and I just like love what he's about, and I can't wait to learn more about him, and we'll probably learn more about his family too, because he had quite the relationship with his father.
The Eye of the Storm comics, you should read them.
I know. I'm gonna catch up on the comics.
Oh yeah, and I didn't even talk about like Torben Buck and Cantum Sai, who also like really came alive in Midnight Horizon. Was just all around awesome, and made me appreciate a lot of characters more. But Emmerich and Cyan in Trail of Shadows, I really liked them together too.
Yeah. Nathan, I got your super chat message. Let me just copy and paste it over here because Rain Man's not here to do it. But I will get to that after the next couple super chats. But yes, High Republic, amazing. Everybody should get into it. Midnight Horizon was one of the best books I've ever read. It's definitely up there.
Ever read?
Mm-hmm. I haven't read a lot of books. Come on, let's be honest. B. Kenobi, thank you for your super chat. Devil's Advocate I got for no attachment is that it enables the Jedi to make tough decisions for the right cause. Only problem, it's such a wartime mentality, it's unhealthy in regular life. Parentheses, love equals good. Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
I think you're right. I think that their goal is, at least in part, to be unbiased.
Mm-hmm.
And not attached to their order even, or the Republic. I don't think that they really succeeded in that, but I think that was the goal, is to step outside of whatever they are currently attached to or should be, so that they can make, the right unbiased decision.
I accidentally unplugged this. Hold on. Stand by.
You unplug the laptop?
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's fine. I just want to keep it plugged in because, like, it hadn't been charging, so the battery was almost dead.
It hadn't been charging?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
Like, I jiggled the plug and it
Oh.
said charging, so I think it was in the wall outlet, though.
Okay.
Anyways. Where was I? But B. Kenobi, I agree with that. I think that's a good way to put it. And Nathan M117, thank you for the super chat. Their question was, if Star Wars were to do a What If series, what stories would you like to see? I would like to see Obi-Wan leave the Order to be with Satine. Heck yeah. That would be a great one.
That'd be fun. I like the one. This is not like my original idea. I've seen plenty of people talking about what if Luke and Leia were swapped. What if Bail Organa wanted a son instead of a daughter? Mm-hmm. I think that'd be really interesting.
Yeah. I'm all about that story. Since we were talking about High Republic, like, what if Anakin's whole story had happened but in the High Republic, and he actually got the he got the attention and the nurturing that he should have gotten from Jedi who were a little bit more well-rounded.
Yeah.
I'll say. Be cool to see, like, what if, what would have happened if Anakin had had some more nurturing role models.
Or what if he didn't go to the confrontation between Mace and Palpatine? If he just excuse me, stayed behind. Like he was told.
Yeah. It's crazy to see all of Palpatine's plans for Anakin. And we don't see a lot of it in the actual prequels, but we do see more of it in the Clone Wars. And just to see how everything went right. Some things went wrong for him, but most of Palpatine's plans went pretty swimmingly, according to plan. What other what-if stories would we want to see? What if the Ewoks really did eat everyone but Leia? No, I don't want to see that. I don't know. There's so many. What if Dexter Jettster went with Obi-Wan to Kamino because he knew about Kamino. Mm-hmm. What if Obi-Wan was like, yeah, come with me?
What if the Jedi actually investigated that clone army instead of just using them without...
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, what if Order 66 backfired? There's endless possibilities for a what-if series. I'm reading through chat here. What if Qui-Gon defeated Maul? What if Max Rebo were like the Spice... Oh, we're like the Spice Runners? What if the Council trusted Anakin? What if Biggs blew up the Death Star and survived instead of Luke? So many possibilities there. Oh. Someone said Leia dating Biggs. If she was on Tatooine, Rodney in the chat said that. I would watch that.
Yeah.
For sure. I kind of hope that's what we could get in the future from, like, if we get more installations of the Visions animated shorts. I like to think those are kind of what-if scenarios. But it'd be cool to get some that were a little more fleshed out and targeted.
Yeah.
Al, I think, is that A-L or A-I? I think it's Al with the heart next to it. Thank you for your super chat. Hey all, been a while since I've made it here live. Poe is my favorite character in Star Wars. What are your favorite Poe Dameron moments? The flashlight in the cave in The Rise of Skywalker is a great one.
Yeah.
The sound effect for the flashlight turning on is so funny and, like, perfect. I think we talked about this on the last live stream.
The light?
Huh?
The flashlight?
No. The people who are in charge of making sound effects.
Oh.
What
the Foley people.
Foley, yes. We talked about those people last week, and I was like, that would absolutely be a fun job. What other Poe moments?
I mean,
the lip bite. The lip bite.
Him and Finn meeting and escaping the Star Destroyer is probably always going to be my top Poe and Finn moment. Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorite moments from the sequel trilogy.
I'm talking about when they meet up again in The Force Awakens, and he's like, "Oh, I got your jacket," and he's starting to take it off, and he's like, "No, it looks good on you," and he, like, gives him a little shoulder punch. he bites his lip, and like that's the creation of Finn Poe for me. Shipping the two of them. Yeah, Poe has a bunch of great moments. I'm so glad that he didn't die early in the movie like he was kind of slated to.
Yep. I like that he just convinced JJ to not let that happen. He's like, my characters keep dying in movies. Can we not this time? And he was like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone in the chat is on board with Finn Poe, and I am here for it. Poe also has a lot of like great, just very subtle comedic moments. His whole like, who talks first? You talk first, I talk first.
Yeah, he was good there. I always like his delivery of what the hell when he kicks the floor panel out of his ski speeder.
He says what everybody else is thinking. What the hell? What we got next here? Another super chat from JP. Thank you. What Sith would you like to see be expanded on or brought back into canon in The Acolyte? I definitely want to see Darth Bane.
I think that's going to be too late for Bane, unless they do a vision kind of thing like Yoda saw. But Bane will have been dead for like 900 years or so by that point. I guess Plagueis or Tenebrous would be the most likely candidates. Tenebrous would probably be around at that point as Plagueis' master. But if they go that route, they might change Plagueis' history. They might give him a new master who's not a Bith or something. But I would like to see those Legends connections.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about Legends, and like I don't know a lot about the Sith character arcs from Legends, so I don't have a good answer. Is it Darth Bane who we saw the cosplayer that was like covered in those little creatures?
Yeah, that's Bane.
Yeah. I want to see that happen because that was one of the coolest cosplays I've ever seen. Was a person cosplaying as Darth Bane, but he was covered in these little creatures that were basically making armor on his body. It was super cool.
And that's close to... They almost did that look for Bane in the Mortis arc before George Lucas decided he didn't want to dabble with Force ghosts for Sith Lords. So they didn't go that route.
Wasn't there something else about the creatures themselves? Did they like block the Force?
No, they like feed off of him, and they cause him pain, and pain makes the dark side stronger.
That's basically Vader's suit.
Kinda. Yeah.
That would be cool. I'm so excited for The Acolyte, and we know nothing about it. Henry Anderson, thank you for your super chat. Hello from England. First time I've managed to catch one of these live. Sorry if you've covered this before, but would it go against what's said in A New Hope if Obi-Wan and Vader meet in Kenobi? But welcome to our live stream.
Maybe. We'll have to see how they handle it. But yeah, it certainly sounds like they had never encountered each other in between episodes 3 and 4. Mm-hmm. But we'll see how they handle it and how they change that. I'm sure they have that on their minds.
Yeah. When we see Obi-Wan in A New Hope, there's a lot he doesn't remember. He doesn't remember R2. I don't remember ever owning a droid.
Well, it's Vader that says that the last time they were together, he was but the learner. So
maybe he was like tripping on acid the whole time. I don't know. He was having just like a vision
his
quest.
brain lizard.
Yeah, he's had the brain lizard in. I don't know. Like that. The idea that would hinder them from telling this story doesn't really bug me.
Yeah, it's. I think they're probably going to try to address it, but if they don't, I'm just going to be like, well, whatever. But I know that they know that all us nerds are like, well, hang on a second.
I know that they know that we know.
They certainly have to expect that people will say, well, hold on now. Mm-hmm. So they're probably going to write something in to make it make sense.
Also, like, Vader in that moment in A New Hope is like super confident that he is going to just whoop his butt. Mm-hmm. And so he's going to make these like grand statements and probably not bring up any previous drama that may have happened that, you know, maybe Obi-Wan got the best of him in a different way and he doesn't like want to bring that up. He's embarrassed by it. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Deirdre Russell, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Thank you for the super chat. Have y'all watched Vox Machina?
No, we haven't.
Is that how you say it? Vox
I think
Machina?
so.
Yeah, I've had several people recommend that to us to watch, but no, we have not checked that one out. It's on our list of things to watch, though.
We're not followers of Critical Role, I think is what it's based off of, but we know that you don't have to know anything about it to watch. It's kind of like Arcane. Like, we don't know anything about League of Legends, but it was still really fun to watch. Whew.
Yeah, I don't know much about Critical Role, but I've heard good things, so it's among many other things that we want to check out. B Kenobi sent in another super chat here. Thank you. Most important what if is Poe and Finn together. Yeah. I don't see that as a what if. I see that as a yes, that happened. Andrew Law Art, thanks for the super chat. Would you like Booster Tarek to be canon? LOL. Who is that?
He kind of almost was. He was in the X-Wing books, smuggler, scoundrel kind of character. Mm-hmm. And then I think Timothy Zahn wrote him into Thrawn's Legends origin story, like when the Empire found him on exiled on some planet, and Booster Tarek kind of accidentally led the Empire to that planet. And then a lot of that story became canon in the Thrawn novel, except for the Booster Tarek like name mention. So we could still just say, yeah, that was still Booster Tarek, I guess.
That's a great Star Wars name.
Booster, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked him. I like him in the X-Wing books.
Mm.
So I wouldn't mind him being canon. But he's also not someone that I'm like, oh, we gotta get Booster back.
You know who we need? Booster.
It'd be fun if they brought him in.
Yeah. Feral Unfiction, thanks to the super chat, wants us to name female Jedi who have the rank of Master in honor of Women's History Month.
Luminara Unduli, Ayla Secura, Avar Chris, Shakti,
Oh, there's a lot in the High Republic that we could probably talk about.
Orla
but
Jarini, Adi Galea, Stas Ali.
I'm still sad about Orla. Boo. Boo for killing her. Yes, Orla was in Fallen Star, and she had like a lot of cool stuff with Elzar. And she was in something else before that.
Into the Dark.
Into the Dark.
And some of the comics.
Who else? I think you said most of them from the prequels,
now
at least.
I don't remember who I said and who I didn't. Obviously there are more.
Yaddle.
Yaddle, yeah.
Depa Balaba.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just like checking out chat. Shakti. Luminara, we said that. Was Orla a master? I'm not I thought she was.
I think so.
Yeah. Ahsoka didn't get granted the role of master, but who really cares? She was an awesome female Jedi.
No one granted Luke the rank of master either, so
Oh, yeah.
we could just say.
Do you want to go there? Jocasta Nu. Was she a master?
Yeah.
Master of
Sass.
books and sass. Rey might as well be a master. If Luke can crown himself master at some point, then,
She's the only one left, so it's kind of like by default.
yeah, she's like, if it's just me now, yeah, master. Grogu might as well be a master at this point too. So. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones in there.
Oh, and now I'm brain farting. Seer Junda from Fallen Order. Well, was she a master? She just was Trilla's master.
Yeah, it's hard to think of like, okay, who had the role of a master, but then they also just any Padawan following another Jedi is called master, so I don't know. Jamie Dorr, thank you for your super chat. Hey, you two, did you hear that Greg Farshti was laid off by LEGO? He's an author, and he was responsible for the Bionicle story. I did not hear that.
I don't know anything at all about Bionicle.
I don't either. What?
I know what Bionicle is, but I don't know the story or anything.
Yeah, don't know anything about that. I think chat's still mentioning people. Adi Galea, I think we said. Stas Ali. Kanan's master.
Depa Balaba.
Yeah. Bionicle explained. I don't know.
I mean, we literally just said we don't know anything about Bionicle.
We don't know. Well, we are all caught up on super chats, and you still got a lot to build over there.
What time is it?
It is 7:00
Okay.
on the dot.
I think we should stop at like 7:30. The show's at 8:30.
Yeah.
So
We'll have to quickly try to eat some dinner. We've got some leftovers down there that we can just heat up, and then go see Batman.
I'm just gonna build as fast as I can.
Are we gonna be able to stand this thing up after?
I think so.
This
I
bag?
think we're building the legs.
These are insane looking. Can I?
Yeah. Just be careful.
Can I touch it?
Just be careful.
I do appreciate how colorful Lego makes things underneath it all, because after everything is said and done, this whole set is gonna be gray. It's just a sea of gray. Everything up here. Well, not the A-Wing and the Snowspeeder, but the Star Destroyer and the Falcon up here, it's all gray. Hobbit Up Andy said, need more black screen to get them super chats. Yeah, apparently we just need to have an unplanned stream happen, and it would be our most successful stream. I guess we could talk about some future streams that we're going to be doing. So we're still waiting on some stuff to come in.
Probably came today. I need to check my shipments.
Oh, okay. So we're getting stuff set up downstairs, which is where our like TV is, and the PS5, to stream from there, because I want to play Fallen Order, but I want to do it comfortable downstairs, like on our big screen TV. So
And the couch.
and the couch, yeah, comfortable on the couch with all the animals and everybody there. So that's going to be coming hopefully starting next week, if we can get everything set up and figured out. And that should take us into April, which then we can go straight from streaming that to streaming the new Lego game. Also very excited for that. But yeah.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What?
I think I put something on very backwards.
Uh-oh.
Yep. How did I do that? Okay, alright. We can fix this. I think.
We can fix this. That's like one of my biggest nightmares, if I'm building a really complicated Lego set and I get super far into it and then figure out that I did something wrong. Having to like take it apart and redo it would be the death of me.
Basically, I have to swap this. I have to rotate it.
What do you have to do? Swap?
This whole bottom piece I put on upside down. I need to rotate it 180 degrees. I'm not sure the best way to do that.
Might not finish this bag tonight, which isn't terrible, but it might put us behind schedule a little bit.
Let's take that off. How did
We still have not watched Phineas and Ferb yet. I'm sorry. We are terrible people for not watching that yet.
Oh boy. Once I figure out how to do I feel like Jerry. Ah, jeez.
Ah, jeez.
Once I figure out how to do this.
Speaking of, do you want to talk about that rumor?
I guess. You can.
It's just a little rumor that popped up on Reddit that Jerry from Parks and Rec, aka
Jim
O'Hare, might be in season 3 of The Mandalorian. He hinted on a podcast that he was filming something in New Mexico and was like, I don't know if I can talk about what it is, and was kind of being coy about it. And then Rob Lowe said something about knowing what it was and that it rhymed with Bar Wars. So, yeah, I knew Hobbit F. Andy would perk up on this one because he's a Parks and Rec fan. So, yeah, if we got Jerry, Space Jerry, in Star Wars, that would be amazing. And I hope that that's true, because Bryce Dallas Howard posted something where she was filming in New Mexico, so there's a lot of possibilities there. Yeah, it must be Car Wars.
Oh my god, what was that?
I heard that hit the floor.
Like 3 pieces just shot out of this.
Oh no.
What was that?
Jerry, Terry, or Larry. Could be any of them.
I don't know what that was.
I don't either.
This is a disaster.
Oh boy. Was it on the Parks and Recollections podcast?
Yes.
Yes. I should listen to those.
Right, I think it was just these 2 pieces that flew out. Where do they go?
Bar Wars set in the cantina. That would be fun to watch. But yeah, no, I hope that rumor is true, and I hope that he is going to be in Mando Season 3, and I hope that he gets to hold Grogu. Because everyone deserves to hold
That's
Grogu.
better.
Bakey, thanks for the super chats. What is your favorite member of Batman's rogue gallery that isn't the Joker? What is... I don't know the rogue gallery.
Just like bad guys.
Oh, just bad guys from Batman.
Yeah.
Riddler. Which I know nothing about this new movie and like what the Riddler looks like in that movie, but I always liked the Riddler and other stuff. Poison Ivy, definitely, at least in the animated show, I really like her.
I don't know. Two-Face? I like Two-Face. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm like zoned in on trying to fix all of my mistakes. I still don't know what pieces just flew off of this thing.
This AT-AT might have a bum leg. Let's see. Chat says Deathstroke. Is that one?
Mm-hmm.
Freeze, Mr. Freeze, Clayface, especially the animated
I
series.
love Clayface.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, hilarious. Live action Gorilla Grodd? I don't know what that is.
Okay, all right. That's... I don't know how those shot out, but...
Yeah, I've seen people compare this new version of the Riddler to like a Jigsaw quote-unquote version of the Riddler, which is scary to think about, but also cool that he's getting like a more intense story that isn't so goofy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a sucker for Batman Forever, and I always will be. And so Riddler and Two-Face from that movie is still fun for me to watch. I know it's goofy, but whatever. I do think Jim Carrey's performance in that movie is pretty great.
Okay, I fixed one.
Figured it out?
I think so. All right, and then this has to come out. And then... Okay. Yes. That's a lot easier.
I'm just watching the wheels turn over there where he's like, what have I done?
Yeah.
Skylar Forslund, hopefully I said that correctly. Thank you for the super chat. Wanted to say thanks for getting me into Lego. I just bought the bonsai tree set, which can turn into a cherry blossom, and it's so calming to build. Yay!
Molly built that one.
I did build that one. That was one of the first sets that I built just like completely on my own. And I did really like that set. And I do have the bag. Maybe I'll switch that out to like the cherry blossom version for like springtime. That'd be cool. But yeah, welcome to the world of building Lego. It's super fun. I didn't really get into it until I was an adult, so. And now it is very calming to just like read your instructions, build things, and then, but like now we're starting to run out of space in our house for where to display some of our Lego sets, but that's neither here nor there. It's the building part that's fun. Yes, Terabibe says, this is your first step into a larger world. Ken Plume. Hi, Ken.
Hey, Ken.
Thanks for the super chat. Quick question. Can the World Between Worlds be used to do my taxes?
Yes, that's how the World Between Worlds works. That's the whole reason it exists.
Alex has come full circle on questions about the World Between Worlds and is just going to agree.
I'll agree to everything now.
Anything that may come up.
Time travel, whatever.
It's all good. If you used the World Between Worlds to do your taxes, that could get pretty messy, though.
I don't really know how that would help you.
I'd go back to a time where taxes weren't a thing, and I wouldn't have to do them. But then you'd be stuck in that time, and that would kind of suck, too. I don't know.
I mean, like, as an age, you mean? Or...
I don't know.
Taxes have always been around. It'd be hard to escape them. Just like Robin Hood.
There's a lot of celebrities that don't pay taxes. And rich people. Can I borrow from my past self? Sure. I think that counts. Anything is possible.
Oh crap. Why did that happen?
The World Between Worlds.
Literally anything. It can be whatever you want it to be.
Ooh, this is a good one. Next super chat is from Sarah Keelman. Thank you, Sarah. Is your love of Star Wars ever affected by the fact that it is also your job? Do you ever get sick of it after a while? Love the channel, by the way. Thank you.
Some of it, yeah. I've never been annoyed when like a new book or movie or show comes out. Like that's always exciting. But yeah, sometimes I'm like, I just gotta do something that's not Star Wars for a minute.
I can't say that I ever really get sick of it, but if you work in a job that's also like a big hobby of yours or just like something that you're really, really passionate about, you probably feel the same way, that you just get burnt out sometimes when it's like all you talk about and think about for any period of extended time. Like especially like if you work from home like we do, it's just our entire lives are revolving around this franchise that, like, I don't know, after covering the Book of Boba Fett, I had so much fun covering that show, and I enjoyed the show a lot, and I loved digging into like the deeper meanings behind everything. But like after the show was over, I just like felt this huge sigh of relief that we could kind of relax a little bit and concentrate on anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
And like consuming content like books or TV shows or movies that aren't Star Wars feels even more relaxing to just kind of like, okay, I can put my Star Wars brain away for the night and watch Yellow Jackets, for instance, because I saw Thurl talking about Yellow Jackets in the chat earlier. That was such a cool show, and like we were super into it. And it, you know, it has nothing to do with Star Wars, and it's just like something that we could escape life and really get into, because a lot of people use Star Wars to escape, you know. It's great for that, but sometimes it feels like we can't really do that the same way because it is kind of our job.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch Batman and then come home and not talk about it. We'll talk about it with you, but
yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, we can go watch a movie like the new Batman or something like it, like a new MCU movie or something like that, and not have to spend the whole time thinking like, okay, what does this mean? I need to like keep this in mind for this other thing and like write this down because we're going to talk about it. We can just enjoy it. Now, we did kind of shoot ourselves in the foot there by starting Explain It To Me, but Explain It To Me has a very clear message in that we have guests come onto that show to tell us about the deeper meanings behind these other franchises that we love and adore.
Also, we can just be selective of what we choose to cover.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be everything. What time is it?
7:17.
Okay. Oh boy.
We don't have to finish this bag tonight.
I'm gonna try, but I'm not expecting to be finished with it, but I got that fixed, and now I'm back on track. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
If I can find this piece. There it is.
Well, we're caught up on super chats again, so I'll keep an eye out for questions and such in the chat, but just to keep talking about whether or not you get tired of Star Wars. I don't know, I'd be curious to talk to other content creators and get their perspectives, because I'm sure they're similar.
Yeah. I bet they are.
Like, I wonder if a channel that is dedicated to building Legos only, not just Star Wars Legos, like all Legos, do they get tired of building Legos?
Probably.
It's just one of those things that, like, if you take some kind of hobby that you really love doing and make it your job, you kind of have to be careful with it and just know going into that it could ruin that for you, potentially. Hopefully it doesn't, but Star Wars hasn't been ruined for us yet. Because I was afraid of that happening to me if I were to, like, take any jobs in photography, because I used to be really big into photography. And I took some pictures at, like, 1 or 2 weddings, and I was immediately like, ooh, I don't like the pressure that this is putting on me to, like, take the pictures that these other people want me to take. I just want to take the pictures that I want to take. But yeah. Anyways, I'm rambling. Kyle Ruiz, thank you for your super chat. I hope I didn't butcher your last name. Even though it's delayed, what main plot should we expect from the Bad Batch Season 2?
I don't know. I like the idea that they would go I like the idea now that they might rescue Grogu. I wasn't into that idea for season 1, but with the Mount Tantus setup and everything, I could see it.
What were we talking about recently with Mount Tantus?
Was it that?
I mean, the possibility of seeing Grogu in literally anything is always exciting for me.
But I think that's why we were talking about Mount Tantus.
Oh, okay.
That I don't know. Other than that, I think they're just gonna be business as usual, like flying around trying to keep Omega safe.
I don't know that it'll happen, but I used to think that it was gonna happen, that Boba Fett would show up in season 2, just because he got a name drop in
I think that's still
the first season.
likely.
But now that he kind of had his own show, I don't know if that would be too confusing. Probably not, because the people watching Bad Batch aren't going to be easily confused by a character like Boba Fett.
Yeah.
So
I think that makes sense.
I do too. Omega meets Baby Snoke. Ooh, I do not want to see that.
Who knows? Baby Snoke might be the new Baby Yoda. He could be adorable. You don't even know.
That is a hellish image to picture in my head, and I would not like that. Yeah, I'm just excited to have Omega back. And Wrecker.
I miss Wrecker.
I kind of felt like when we were covering the Bad Batch stuff, I was kind of like, this is fun and interesting to talk about, but I need something like a little bit deeper to really dig my teeth into. And we kind of got that with Boba Fett, and we really had fun digging deeper into the meaning behind the episodes. But now I'm kind of like, okay, I want something fun and silly and animated again. You need that balance.
Yeah.
Have we ever watched Adventure Time? I have not.
I think I've seen like an episode. I've got a friend who really, really loves it, but I don't know. Feels like one of those kind of like SpongeBob, like we just missed it.
Yeah, it's so crazy when I bring that up to people and they're just like, "What?" Like I've never watched a single episode of SpongeBob.
It was just coming out when we were not the age to be watching that.
Yeah, we would just missed it by I think a couple of years. And maybe the same is true with Adventure Time, but I also think that was a little more niche. Was that on Adult Swim?
Adventure Time?
Mm-hmm.
No, that was just Cartoon Network, I think.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what shows are on Adult Swim anymore.
Me neither.
Doomslayer 420 said I watched it for the first time in college, so yeah. We must have just been watching other stuff. I don't know. We just missed it. Is it official that Bad Batch Season 2 is delayed? Well, I think people are saying that because of that magazine.
Star Wars Insider said it was going to be spring, and now it just says coming soon in the latest issue. It might just have been a misprint. Like, they've never officially said when it's coming out.
It's kind of one of those things like, what's that saying about screaming in the forest?
You mean if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, that it really
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah, so not it doesn't involve screaming. Okay, I wasn't sure. So if we never really got an announcement of a release date, is it ever really delayed?
I'm not considering it to be delayed because I don't know, it said spring. I don't know if that was just an estimate. I don't know.
Could have been just like a placeholder. Whoever was running the copy on the magazine was like, I'll just put this for now until I get a straight answer.
That could have been an accidental printing. Who knows? That's I'm just saying, like, it's still coming out in 2022, I assume. If they say that it's coming out in 2023, then I'll be like, yeah, it's delayed. Because they did give us that.
Matthew Lang said, welcome to the Star Wars Explained Philosophy Hour. Oh boy. That would not be a fun show to watch. Or maybe it would be. I don't know. Myriad Media Musing said BoJack Horseman is good, but you really have to be in the right mood to watch it because holy crap, it's not for the faint-hearted. I have heard that about the show.
Yeah.
And lots of other shows, to be honest. You really have to be in the right mood to watch a lot of stuff.
All right, we're attaching feet to legs here.
Oh boy. I'm just like so worried over watching over here, like something's gonna pop out again.
Huh. Interesting. And then what? Oh, and then that. Okay. Cool.
Chazerton 5000. Thank you for the super chat. Hilarious name. I love it. Star Wars has dabbled in horror. What other genres do you think would be fun for them to explore? Rom-coms, musicals, film noir in the underworld?
I was going to say film noir, or just noir, because I am still obsessed with Trail of Shadows, the High Republic comic. If you want film noir in Star Wars, read that, because it's amazing. Yeah, just like a detective mystery, which I think they kind of said Acolyte might have that element to it. I don't know if it'll be noir, but I would love a good Star Wars mystery.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, all of those I would be interested in, especially a rom-com, I think would be really funny.
What the hell? Messed something else up. How'd I do this?
Uh-oh.
This was from...
Pippin probably did it.
Alright, let me see how this should be. That's right.
This
This
isn't
is wrong.
this isn't really a genre, but we've gotten the question before about like what other kind of media would we want to see Star Wars get into? And I've always thought it would be cool to have an escape room that was like Star Wars themed. Ever since we did that Secrets of the Empire thing at the Void, it was like super immersive, like a VR experience. I think we should mix something like that, but make it an escape room.
That would be super cool.
And yeah, I'd be all about that. A trash compactor escape room, yeah.
Someone
Oh.
mentioned that for the Halcyon. I was like, yeah, that would be fun.
All the various smells and tactile experiences that you could have in something like that, that would be crazy.
All right, we have feet. What time is it?
7:30.
If I just had more time.
Might have to stop here.
Yeah, I think so.
We're getting close though. I do like these little feet. I'm afraid to see how they move on their own.
We'll finish the feet next week, and then we'll move on to bag 8, which hopefully isn't too big.
Yeah.
But that feels like a good enough stopping point. At least things are standing.
Yeah, I think so too. Next time, for sure, we'll get this thing standing up on all of its feet, and it won't look like a dead bug anymore. Chazerton 5000 sent in another super chat. Thank you. Early happy birthday, Alex. Did I get it right this time?
Thank you. Yeah, it's just barely early.
His birthday is tomorrow. Got a big weekend planned. The weather is great here. It's gonna be a good time. But that's gonna do it for this week's LEGO live stream, guys. Thank you so much to everyone who hung out in the chat. Thank you to everyone who sent in super chats. Again, check out the links in the description for the Amidala Initiative, which is raising money with Equality Texas, I think it's called, for trans youth and their families. Check all of that stuff out. Also, there's links down below to help out Ukraine because times are crazy right now. And the best that we can do sometimes is just to donate and help others help them. So, yeah, we're going to go eat some dinner and see Batman. Mm-hmm. And we'll be back here same time next week. So, yeah.
Wait.
Oh, I missed another super chat. Sorry. Kyle sent in another super chat. Other than Bad Batch, thoughts of if we'll get another big animated show like Clone Wars, Rebels, or Resistance, or will it be live action shows for a while?
I think there's always going to be an animated Star Wars show going. They recently hired, not recently, but at some point they were like really staffing out the animation department and got like a new department head. I think that they have plans to continue doing Star Wars animation for a while.
I do too. That's kind of a market that they always want to have a little bit of a plan in. So it'll be interesting to see though, like a brand new animated show that isn't like technically like a spin-off of anything else. I think something like that's definitely in the works, but I don't know when we'll get it. Maybe we'll learn at Celebration.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's going to be the answer for everything from now on is like, maybe we'll learn at Celebration. Who knows? But thank you, Kyle, for the last minute super chat here. We are going to go. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.